by the time we get to the second round of the playoffs, the quality of the matchup elevates to press box level heights, Victor Wembanyama level heights. How about that?
No.
8 of our Central Texas teams are playing teams that have 10 or more wins this week. And then 9 of our own teams have at least 10 wins. So they're either 10-1 or 11-0. Here is the question for you. Which single-digit win team in Central Texas has the best chance to knock off a double-digit win team? You all have access to the picks box, which should probably help you in this, looking at the matchups. But what do you think?
So we're talking about China Spring, La Vega, Gatesville, Teague, and that's it. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So not not a ton of options there, but of those, what would you say?
Well, I think I think La Vega against Panther Creek is a matchup to keep an eye on. La Vega has a lot of playoff tradition. They have playoff expectations. Last week, it was kind of funny at the end of a kind of wonky Dunbar La Vega game, in which the fourth quarter dragged on, and then by the time the game was actually over, I think everybody was ready to go home. And the stadium guy's there holding the trophy, and he wants to make this big presentation. And of course, we all know how post-game Don Hyde can be, just kind of all business, not a lot of wanting to mess around with anything frivolous, right? So the stadium guy's got a microphone. He's standing there at midfield, and he wants them all to come over and crowd around and have a big celebration. And Hyde's like, "Go get the trophy." He's like, "Captains, go get the trophy." And the guy
I like your Don Hyde impression.
The whole team, yeah, it was when the whole team come over. So the whole team went over, and Coach Hyde kind of got on board, and then he told him, "It's like, look, this isn't the trophy we're playing for, right? Like, this is great, we got a trophy. This isn't the one we're playing for." And La Vega takes that attitude into a matchup with ranked Frisco Panther Creek, and they're playing them in their backyard at the Star. But look out for the Pirates if you're Panther Creek.
Surprised you didn't say, and maybe you're saving this for DJ, I don't know, that you didn't say China Spring. I mean, y'all both picked China Spring against a 10-1 Anna team.
I'm tired of being wrong about China Spring this year, though.
What do you think, DJ?
I had just gotten off the phone with Tyler Beatty that morning that I made my picks, and so I don't know if it's just talking to Tyler Beatty that gets me pumped up about China Spring.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt you right there because we've done a Teague on here. I don't think anybody's ever mispronounced Lorena. Steve Boggs does, but it's got to be Beatty. It's just got to be.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's Beatty. Like Glenn Beatty.
Okay.
I mean, you've said Tyler Beatty for 2 years now, but
nobody's told me otherwise. Okay,
I want to get that on the record. How you pronounce it? But I'm just gonna guess if it's
like I said,
like everyone else who has ever had the name Beatty, it's probably Beatty. But anyway, go on.
Well, anyway,
let us not miss an opportunity to have Bryce pronunciation guide on the podcast.
Shut up. You were saying, DJ, about China Spring.
I just have no reason not to pick the Cougars. Obviously, it's a different team this year, but Anna's also a different team, and they just I've seen them come back from nothing to win a championship. So obviously, like I said, different team. They came into the season with a younger team, more inexperienced, but now they've got, they got 8 wins under their belt, a whole regular season. I think they can beat Anna. But I also think, I think that out of all of these matchups, I picked the underdog except for the La Vega Panther Creek game. obviously, and like Chad said last week, they played kind of like a weird game against Dunbar, and now they're playing basically at Frisco. So
Yeah, and you've been
yeah.
on that Teague train all year long. You got to see the Lions last week. I feel like your uh opinion on them was justified the way they played against West in that game. So could they knock off, a Winsboro team? It's not out of the realm of possibility for sure.
No, but
Um,
I feel like Teague's been playing in a good district for them. They play good football. Obviously, they had to beat West last week, but I don't know that they're ready to jump up and beat a ranked team.
well, we'll see. We'll see. I agree that it's a tough game. Back to China Spring Anna for just a second. That was the regional final last year. This year, they're meeting in the second round of the playoffs. Of course, China Spring did win that one. So I think they've got that vibe of, hey, we've beaten these guys once. We could do it again. Of course, Anna will have, redemption, payback on their mind. I went with Anna just because, full disclosure, first of all, as mentioned, I was at state volleyball all day yesterday. Finished some couple of stories, finished videos, finished page notes, got ready to leave and went, oh no, I need to make my picks. So I did that rather quickly. I did notice that both of you had gone with China Spring, and so that may have colored my vote just a little bit, going, could I maybe get one on them here with Anna?
So you picked your game based on who we picked.
I did,
because you picked last.
Full disclosure. Not I don't do that every week.
No. I mean, it's all
but
fair. The way we do it now, that's the way. I mean, it's all fair in love and war in this thing.
Yeah. So
I
think that's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, that's a highlight one for sure. I think, I guess Bali Sports, whatever, they still do the game of the week. That would be a candidate for that probably this week. Although second round of the playoff, there's going to be some good ones. I just wanted to say, when I first looked at this, I thought this could be a week where we go 0 for 8 in schools bigger than 2A. I mean, I think Lorena has a pretty good chance to win.
I think Lorena has a very good chance to win. But
yeah, I think Lorena has a good chance to win. But I think this. Do either of you watch Game of Thrones? I can't remember when I was Tyrion Lannister a couple weeks ago.
No, so, I don't.
Game of Thrones, they would have this tendency to just kill everybody in an episode. Like there's a famous episode called The Red Wedding, and I'm kind of dreading this being the Red Wedding week for Central Texas schools bigger than 2A, because like I said, I think we could look up Friday night and only have 2A and 6-man left.
A lot of these teams have an expiration date, and it may be coming up on a few of them. As I mentioned, I mean the challenges are getting incrementally harder each week.
Well, if Lorena wins, they might play Columbus next week. They'll likely play Columbus next week, right?
Yeah.
If Connolly wins, they play Cuero next week, probably. So
yeah, that's tough. Obviously, we saw what Cuero did to Robinson in week 1 of the playoffs. So, the Gobblers are pretty good.